Today in Bearcat Nation, Lander University is cutting their theater major for good.
Also, you get your first look at today's weather forecast and the latest sports news. Your Bearcat News starts now.
Hello, and welcome to Bearcat Nation News. I'm Brinley Harwell.
And I'm Keneal Mitchell.
The Jackson Library has recently added a special collections and archives room to its resources that are available for students and public use in-house. The collection includes historical references on Lander University and Greenwood. April Adkins is the university archivist and is spearheading this project. She hopes that more students will learn about how to use this resource.
So this is our Lander archives that we just finished putting basically the finishing touches on, but it's still a growing process. We want to have it accessible for students, researchers, community members, also alumni to come in and see the history of Lander. And we would love to, keep it growing, keep it going, and give you the availability to have it available.
The Jackson Library hopes to continue to expand its special collections over the next year and to make more information available for students and the community.
That's really interesting about the special archives. I work in the library. I've been working there for a couple of years, and this project, I think, is going to be very beneficial for Lander.
I got a sneak peek at it this morning, and it was really interesting.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, Keneal, what does the weather forecast look like?
Well, Brinley, for this week, the weather will be wet, cool, and cloudy, with the temperatures in the early 60s on Wednesday, shifting in the 70s from Thursday to Saturday, with the temperature dropping to the 50s on Sunday.
I'm not a really big fan of the cold and wet weather.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite.
Me neither, so get your jacket and your umbrella. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
For sure. The theater major at Lander has long been a staple at the university, but it looks like that might be coming to an end. Here's Keneal Mitchell with the news.
Lander University has gone through major changes this year. This includes the cutting of the theater major, which results in the end of Lander-produced plays. Former theater director Professor Bagwell explains.
Having some financial economic issues as a whole in the university, I felt that now was probably the time, if we were going to dissolve the theater program, this would be the time to do it.
This empty theater space makes senior theater major Tessa Moody heartbroken.
Being the last theater major too, it's just kind of like wow, I can't believe this is happening. I feel really, really bad for all my co-workers.
One of those former co-workers is former theater major Ryan Ball, who feels the same way.
It's still something that I'm adjusting to, and I don't know that I'll ever fully understand why it happened, but I can certainly make the best attempt to move on and find out what's now the right move for myself.
Sometimes you have to roll with the punches and head in a new direction. This is Keneal Mitchell reporting for WLG-TV, Lander University.
That's really disappointing about the theater major.
It really is. It's been at Lander for years, and to have it end all of a sudden, it's very disappointing.
And now, here's Stevie Booth with the latest with Lander sports.
This past Saturday, October 31st, Lander men's soccer team tied with Francis Marion University 1-1. After being forced into overtime twice, Lander was unable to push ahead. The Bearcats' Russell Parker was the lone scorer in Saturday's game. Tonight, November 3rd at 7 p.m., the men ranked number 3 will host number 6 Clayton State for their quarterfinal tournament game. The women's team also tied Saturday, October 31st against Armstrong State with a score of 1-1. Logan Lewis made the only score for the Bearcats, making this her 8th of the season. Tonight, November 3rd at 4 p.m., the Lander Bearcats will play at Columbus State. Good luck to both teams as they face off tonight, and stay tuned for more scores from your local Bearcat Athletics.
Thank you, Stevie, for that sports update. Well, that's all for today's news. I'm your anchor, Brinley Harwell.
And I'm your co-anchor, Keneal Mitchell. Have a wonderful day, Bearcats.